A former governor of Borno State, Ali Modu Sheriff, on Friday, described the claim that the chairmanship post of the All Progressives Congress had been zoned to the north-central section of the country as fake news. According to the former governor, other chairmanship aspirants of the APC are afraid of going head-to-head with him at the convention of the party slated for February 26th. Sheriff made it clear that he had no interest in the presidency, but the chairmanship position, stressing that he has the capacity to lead the party. Ever since he stepped down as governor, Sheriff has never hidden his desire to lead a major political party. When his aspiration in 2013 was thwarted by Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the APC, where he was a founding member, Sheriff switched affiliation to the People's Democratic Party the next year and was controversially installed acting chairman of the main opposition party in February 2016. But his stay in office was crisis-ridden due to a power tussle between him and former Governor Ahmed Makafi of Kaduna State. Following a protracted legal battle, the Supreme Court in July 2017 sacked Sheriff along with other acting executives of the PDP National Working Committee. While joining us now to discuss Ali Modu Sheriff's bid to become the next chairman of the APC is his ally and head of his media team, Dr. Cairo Ojougbho. Ojougbho is a medical doctor turned politician and was deputy national chairman of the PDP when Sheriff held sway in the party. He decamped with Sheriff to the APC in 2018. Good morning, doctor, and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Well, Dr. Ojougbho, Happy New Year. Good to see you. Well,
my good brother, Happy New Year. How are you?
I'm good. So, you are a guest in what capacity? As spokesperson for Senator Ali Modu Sheriff, I imagine. And in any case, yes, let's clarify that to start with.
Thank you very much. Let me quickly deal with that so that we can put it aside. I'm the Deputy National Coordinator and Deputy National DG, Director General. The Director of Media is Senator Victor La. So my position is Deputy DG, Deputy Director General of the Ali Modu Sheriff campaign.
Okay, I think it's important to put that in context because the last time you were here, we were talking about NDDC and all of that, you know, but now it's politics. But,
correct.
Yes, but Senator Modu Sheriff says he's not interested in the presidency of Nigeria, that he's interested in the chairmanship of the APC. And many watchers of this game are a bit uncomfortable. The other year, he was in APC. Down the line, he was in PDP in 2018, thereabouts. And now he's back to the APC, where he says his mission is to ensure smooth transition handover from President Buhari to another person. Why is he so chameleonic in his politics? And why are you supporting him?
Thank you very much, my good brother. Very necessary question and very good question you have asked. Put it this way. Sheriff was sitting down in his parlor when 5 PDP governors approached him. He never showed interest. They said, look, we have looked at your antecedent. You have won the senatorial election 3 times. You have been a senator for 3 times. You have been a governor twice in Borno State. You have been a minority leader of the Senate. Why don't you come and help us rebuild the party? And Sheriff made consultation across his political family. And they gave him support. They said, okay, go ahead, go and try and help them. But when he got there, what he saw there is not the way they run parties. So he said, look, I cannot go the way you want to go. If you want me to help you, you must listen to me. But of course, you know how it went, and that was what happened. He's never a chameleon. He's a steady man, he's a firm man, he's a soldier of truth, and he's a man that when you could go to war with blind, because he will not let you down. And that is why he is very, very special in this race. That is why the APC needs him, and needs him very seriously, because most APC leaders that are of the belief across board that for APC to do well, for APC to complete its reconciliatory mission, The person they need, the man that the job needs, is Ali Modu Sheriff. And so he has, and let me make it clear, he is a very stable man, very faithful, and very, 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 very thorough in doing things. And that is why the APC needs him. Because after the president, because the president is not going to be on the ballot box in the next election, therefore the APC needs a man who can drive the boat and anchor it properly. And who else? And mark you, this is a family battle. All the candidates, all the aspirants are all friends, the same family. But they all know that if there is a man who can do the job, it is Ali Modu Sheriff. Thank you.
Do you feel that the lingering perception in the minds of a lot of members of the public of a link between Ali Modu Sheriff and Boko Haram will work against him during this race?
Of course, that is a non-issue. Let me put it this way. If there is any person in Nigeria who has been a victim of Boko Haram, is Ali Modu Sheriff. 5 members of his immediate family has been killed in the Boko Haram incident. Himself narrowly escaped death. Narrowly escaped death because the bomb planted to kill him, he hadn't gotten to the point when the bomb exploded. But let me tell you something as it is with politics. People carry rumors, say a lot of things that they don't know anything about. But for a man who has won the Senate 3 times, he has been a governor 3 times, mark you, he has a lot of enemies in his state. Because every time you defeat somebody in an election in Nigeria, the person becomes your enemy. So they cook up stories. They cook up stories to bring the man down. The PhD syndrome. How can anybody in his right senses accuse Sheriff of Boko Haram? All security agencies in this country, they have investigated him, and they have found out that he is innocent. Of course, the sponsors of Boko Haram, they are known, and nobody, the system, the SSS, the Defense Intelligence Agency, all of them, they have investigated Sheriff. All the rumors you hear, people come and talk. But you know me, I'm a soldier of truth. If I have any iota of doubt that Sheriff has anything to do with Boko Haram, I will not work with him. I won't touch him. I won't even talk to him. So I can assure Nigerians, assure all of you, that Sheriff has nothing to do with Boko Haram. And mark you, majority of the governors, the leaders, all of them are supporting him. If they believe that he has anything to do with Boko Haram, nobody will support him. Mark you, this rumor has been on ground for a long time, before the governors of PDP came to invite him for him to become the chairman of PDP. If Sheriff were Boko Haram, of course, PDP would not have invited him. And that is one aspect of his political life that stands very strong for him. That an opposition party can call a man, say, look, we have looked at you. You have the capacity, you have the courage. Come and head us. How many Nigerians have received such information, such invitation? It is rare. Okay. That's to tell you that there is something special in this.
Okay, so but a lot of people now say that why is there a case of a security screening, among some of the candidates vying for the position of the chairman of the party? Some even went further to argue that they are not comfortable with Ali Modu Sheriff because he just comes with his money to bully everybody. You had somebody last year that was on set that said, we're not ready to play the money politics in the APC. And that has been the constant refrain about Ali Modu Sheriff, just like they said he did in the PDP too. He comes with his big war chest and he bullies everybody. So is it about money politics?
No.
Is that why you're surrogating for him? Is that your conviction or money?
No. Let me, this is really rather funny. Put it this way. People hear a lot of things. They'll tell you security screening, this, that. All these things are mere rumors. Mere rumors. Do you have a confirmation that there have been security screening for anybody? Has the security agencies come out to say, look, we are screening candidates? That's why at times journalists, you also, when you hear things, you have to also know how to manage it. So put that aside. about bullying with money. Sheriff is not somebody like that. Let me say this, please, without sounding immodest. There is no aspirant in APC today, chairmanship aspirant, who has done half of the work that Sheriff has done. He has visited all governors. He has visited all the states. He has consulted with all leaders. He has consulted with market women. He has consulted with all automatic delegates of the party. And you see, this is where he stands out too. If you look at him, character-wise, excellent. Health, physically, he's sober 24 hours. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke.
But Dr. Ojougbho, a lot of people...
He has no health challenges.
Dr. Ojougbho, a lot of people will say that consultation doesn't come free. You can't just go and consult with empty pocket or empty mouth. So it still goes back to the money question. The same thing.
Now you want to consult him. No. It's contact. Let me tell you. Even myself, I at times I wonder at his ingenuity. He picks up his phone. He calls, hey, sir. And you can imagine, he's revered in the whole of the North. And he can pick up a phone and call a very important person. And he will, or a very junior officer, he will say, sir, how are you? I'm coming to see you. The person will say, no. You are our leader. Let me come and see you. Sheriff will refuse. Sheriff will humbly go there. And of course, like you are saying, consultation, without consultation, you cannot win election. In America, you see the way it's done. In the advanced world, is the media and consultation. So if you don't want Sheriff to consult, if he doesn't consult, you will say he has used money to bully people. Consultation doesn't come easily, but people have to know you for them to agree that you should consult them. And that is where his advantage lies. He's a man of the people. Okay,
Dr. Ojougbho, yes, I don't have a problem with consultations. You can't just show up and say you want to grab a position without mobilizing people. But
exactly.
What is
because
the quality,
you're a politician too, you have contested.
But what is the quality of feedback that he's getting? And I want you to be honest about that. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. I'm coming. Then in the course of these consultations...
Very good.
Isn't it very strange that Senator Ali Modu Sheriff went about saying he was never a member of the PDP, that he was invited to come and be the chairman of the PDP? What does that say about character, considering the crisis, the factionalization that happened under his watch when he was in the PDP, and now he says, he's been quoted as saying, I've not seen any rebuttal of that he was never a member of the PDP.
No, he never said that. He cannot be the chairman of a party without being a member. He never said that, please. And please correct that impression.
No, it's reported. Google it. You'll see it. It's reported. And his campaign team has not said it.
No, but then then we'll correct it.
Okay.
We'll correct it. You see, you cannot be a chairman of a party without being a member. So we'll correct that. If that is what is on Google, I don't know about that. Somebody, a lot of people can put things the way they like. Because it's not Sheriff that put it on Google. But let me answer this first of all. Now, Sheriff, I was the national vice chairman of the PDP, South-South, when Sheriff was invited to become the chairman of PDP. I was the national vice chairman. And I remember very serious. I don't forget that day. It was the day Governor Sheriki Dixon was inaugurated for second term. On the 14th of February 2018, I was sitting on the front row as national vice chairman with a group of governors, when suddenly about 10 governors walked into the arena. And the seat next to me was given to Sheriff to sit. He wasn't labeled like that. So he now looked at me. He said, Dr. Cairo, he said, have you heard what happened today? I said, no, I haven't heard. He said, look, I'm just coming from a meeting in Port Harcourt. They asked me to become the chairman of the party. I said, is that so? He said, yes. I said, who asked you? So he said, the governors. I said, really? He said, they invited him. So, and it remains a fact that there is no other person in this country that has ever gotten such invitation from a powerful group in a national party And what does he tell you? It tells you that this man is a man of character. And when he got there, he told them, look, if you want to succeed, this is the way to go. They didn't believe him, so he left them in peace. So he's a good man. Abati, let me tell you, take it from me, Sharif is a very good man and he's the best. He's what the party needs to go to war. And with him, APC is going to do very, very well. Because he will tell you the truth. He will say it as it is. He will defend his action. He will defend the common man. He will defend the market woman. The governors will work with him. He will work with the governors. He's a man with the ability to make peace. He's a man with the ability to learn. And he is not shy to tell you he doesn't understand. And that is the quality of a man who is a leader. And to lead a party is not a tea party. It's not a tea party. It's not a walk in the forest. It's not a walk in the park.
Right.
It's not a piece of cake. So for you to be able to lead a party successfully, you need a man like Sheriff. Take it from me.
Right. An adjective that's more commonly used for your principal, Ali Modu Sheriff, is controversial. You tend to be drawn towards controversial figures, don't you? There's Ali Modu Sheriff, and you've also worked with Godswill Akpabio, Minister for the Niger Delta. What is it about controversy that attracts you?
Thank you very much. You see, most people people tend to say they are controversial. Look at leaders all over the world. A lot of them, they say they are controversial. If you sit down in your house, nobody will say you are controversial. Like you now, nobody will say you're controversial. You come every morning, you do your interviews, you go home. You don't you hardly interact with people. But if you have to sit on the throne of judgment, where people will have to come to you and then you dispense judgment, you dispense amenities, you dispense truth, you dispense position, people will hate you. You cannot, for you to win election to be a governor, you have very many enemies from your state. Not to talk of winning twice, like Akpabio did, like Sheriff did. Not to talk of winning the Senate 3 times, like Sheriff did. So, of course, people wonder. He has, in the process of getting to these positions, he has defeated very many important persons in the course of his journey. So these important persons are the people who create the controversy. And if you are not controversial, what are you? You can't be a politician. Tell me a politician that is not controversial.
Okay.
It's part of it.
Okay.
Our very good friend, doing this interview with you, he was with us. He served in the presidency. We all worked together. After that, the politicians went to him. Come and become a deputy governorship aspirant. He accepted it. Does that? If you ask him now, politically they will say it's controversial.
Yes, I agree. I'm controversial. No, I agree. Dr. Cairo, Ruben Abaji is controversial. And I have no problems with that.
Okay.
Thank you. That is it.
Okay.
That is it.
Okay. So I'd like to ask you, why is it that they are always coming to beg Ali Modu Sheriff to be chairman of political parties? You said they came to beg him to be chairman of the PDP. Now you said some people have come to beg him again to be chairman of the APC. Why is it that he never, his own...
I never said
that.
No,
hang on a minute. You said you said a couple of governors came to him.
I will refute it immediately. I never said that.
I never said people this is Rufai. This is Rufai. You said a couple of governors came to him and said you are the one that can steady the ship. Why is it that he has never in his own volition... No, let me finish my question, then you can reply, please.
No.
Can I finish?
All right.
Why is it that he has never on his own volition come out to say that I want this position? Why is it that, like you said the first time, he was sitting, then 10 governors came to him and they said, oh, you must do this. And now they are saying, oh, you must do this again. A couple of people have come to him. Why is it that people are always coming to say, come and do it? Not, he never in his own volition says, this is what I'm going to do. And secondly, a lot of people said the APC is already imploding. If you see the reconciliation talks everywhere, it's in shambles. And there's a big debacle that is coming forth for the APC, the Osinbajo Tinubu conundrum, which other people and political watchers say might be an albatross for the APC. How will an Ali Modu Sheriff settle that impasse coming?
You see, if you heap these questions, if you heap these questions in a heap like that, it's difficult to answer. The
I'll
first
remind
one
you
I
the
want
ones,
to
yeah.
disabuse your mind for.
Yeah.
I never said, and Sharif has never said that governors of APC or leaders of it are coming to beg him to come and be chairman. No. He didn't say so. I didn't say so. Please, discountenance that. And nobody says so. You have said it here that he is consulting. If he's consulting, that answers your question. That he is not, nobody is begging him. He's offering to be the chairman because he can do the job. So I hope I have cleared that. Now, the issue of the crisis in APC. APC is a national political party. And it's a large family. And the fact remains that when a family is as large as APC is an instrument of democracy to disagree. Again, it is the beauty of democracy to behold that you are able to reconcile people. And that is where Sharif stands out. The Tinubu Osinbajo issue is not a national issue. It's a matter that can be handled on its own. The problem is the beautiful job that Senator Abdullahi Adamu is carrying out now. Yesterday, was it yesterday? Today is Monday. On Saturday, the Delta APC, we met to reconcile ourselves in Delta in Senator Adamu's house, and then we had a very fruitful and nice discussion. It's a continuous process. You don't expect that a party as big as APC will not have crisis. PDP has its own crisis. Even ABGA, look at the crisis in ABGA. So it's part of democracy. You can't rule it out. And it is not forbidden in democracy for there to be crisis. But the beauty of democracy is that you are able to reconcile. And that is where Sharif comes in. And give him the chance. I plead with Nigerians. I call the APC members, the APC leaders, give Sharif a chance and he will not disappoint.
Well, Dr. Cairo, well, I hope this is not an undertaker.
Sir.
I hope this is not an undertaker mission. Because somebody just sent me a text. And you will say we're talking about implosion and all that. That, in NDDC, some people showed up there. The NDDC had issues. In PDP, some people showed up there. NDDC, PDP had issues. And now it's APC. Is this an undertaker mission?
No. Enemies, enemies are everywhere. So that's how they talk. But, you can imagine how people can behave. Imagine the sort of test they can send you. That's the only thing in their brain, how to bring people down. You see, if the person who sent you that test, let him make his case. The issues, the PDP is there, the NDDC is there, everybody understands what happened in NDDC. I came here, I presented my case, and that was that. And it led to the forensic audit, and luckily the forensic audit has been completed, and we are waiting on the white paper. And the positions I pursued here, you will find out. I don't want to say much, and then we'll know who is the undertaker. So it's the persons who are claiming that other persons are undertaker, they could be actually the undertakers. Because look at the history of the persons who are involved in this issue of chairmanship of APC. Sharif is a known name. He's a brand in the politics of Nigeria. He's a brand in northern Nigeria. And we should have respect. In Africa, we must have respect for our leaders. And so please caution the person and also when people send such messages, it's not, you as a journalist and with your experience, you know the intention of such messages, and there are not messages that are brought to you because, of course, there are enemy messages. They are not meant to develop the country. They are not meant to improve the society. They are only meant to bury the goodness and the truth of the society. I remind you, as Socrates would say, no man is hated as he who speaks the truth. And that is the problem here.
Right. So,
Sharif is a soldier of truth.
okay. You've talked about your consultations across the country, and we're not quite sure. Do you have any insight so far into how the primaries, into how the convention of February 26th will go? What kind of primaries are we to expect? Direct, indirect, or consensus?
I want to believe that any system, any way he wants to go, Sharif is well covered. If it is direct, we are very comfortable. If it is consensus, we are even more comfortable. If it is indirect, we are ready. If it is direct, we are ready. Either way, Sharif is ready to submit to any process that the party chooses. And that is the truth. We are very comfortable, very, very comfortable. We are very confident.
All right. So this is the word coming out of various sources and national dailies. They are saying now that because of Ali Modu Sheriff, zoning might happen and it might come to the North Central. So that means obviously your man might not stand a chance in all of this. That's the word out there. I'm sure if you read the papers over the weekend, you will have seen that. And they said just because of Ali Modu Sheriff's antecedents of coming, bringing the heavyweights and playing politics and, all the money and all of that, and that's what they don't want. And I got another message, from people. We have the right to read those messages, just to interrogate. Somebody just wants to know that you were close to Professor Ponde while he was fainting. As a medical doctor, somebody will have thought you should have given him CPR while that happened. That's a side note, but answer the Sheriff question first.
Okay, thank you very much. No, what was the first question? Please remind me again.
The first question is because of Ali Modu Sheriff now, and they want to play him out of the game, they might be zoning this to the North Central.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Obviously, it's not from the North Central.
Thank you. Now, let me explain that. You see, the affairs is this. The current chairman of the APC is in the Northeast. And nothing is removing it from the Northeast, because the Northeast must continue and complete their own tenure of the chairmanship. So the chairmanship is returning there. And just look at it. 3 times they have come with this wave of rumor that the chairmanship has been zoned to the North Central. The party will come and say, no, there's nothing like that. This last week, it came with a wave. Everywhere was corrupted with the news. The party came out to say, no, we have not even set up the zoning committee. Now, if the party has not set up the zoning committee, where are they getting the rumor from? Who is the target of the rumor? Just because they are afraid. And mark you, 5th columnists, all of them, because they know that once Sheriff takes the affair of APC in his firm charge, that there is no stopping APC.
Okay, Dr. Cairo Ojougbho.
So most of the people carrying this rumor.
Please, I want
to.
So
most of these people carrying this rumor. Yes.
So sorry, I want to interrogate something you said further.
Sorry.
Can you hear me, sir? I want to interrogate something you said further. You said the tenure of the Northeast has to be completed. I assume that you're talking about May Malabuni. Yes. But his emergence was not through an election in the APC. It was through, he came in as an interim head. So there was no tenure that was started in the Northeast in the first place. It was when Adams Oshomole was removed, he came in. I just want to put that out there for the sake. So what's your reaction to that?
Okay, let me correct it. Let me also tell you, John Odijo Yegu was there. He handed over to Adams Oshomole. It is not by happenstance that it is now moved to Northeast. And it will follow that trend. You see, there is convention, there is protocol. May Malabuni is the chairman of the party today, whether acting or not. And they have started. The Northeast has started. So they will complete their tenure. So he will hand over to somebody else from the northeast, who is Ali Modu Sheriff. Now, let me tell you, please. You see, nobody has the monopoly of rumor or bringing people down or anybody. Today I can be a victim. Tomorrow it could be you that is the victim. That is the way it is. So when you are, there is a parable in my place that when a slave sees the way a fellow slave is buried when the slave dies, he knows also how he himself will be buried when he dies. So it could be the turn, or it could be your turn tomorrow. You could leave this interview and say, okay, I want to do politics. They will also come after you just like they're coming after Sheriff. In this country today, once you decide, like you are having peace now, come out tomorrow that you want to do partisan politics. At the moment you announce it, 50% of the politicians become your enemy. The side that you didn't go to, all of them become your enemy. So yes, they're going to hack at you.
You are
they
right.
begin to hack at you.
You are right on that score.
Let me tell you.
We have just 3 minutes to go.
Let me tell you. It is the fruit. It is the fruit it is the tree that bears fruit that they throw stone at. Why are they not throwing stone at the other aspirant? Because they know that Sheriff is the man. Okay. So I urge you to campaign for Sheriff. Work for him. I urge you as you talk every day. Pray for him. Work for him. Because we Sheriff as the chairman of APC will be able to put this country right. Because he will. Yes, sir.
Dr. Cairo, when we sit on this chair, we are not politicians. Sir. We don't campaign for anybody on this table.
You are one of us.
No, I'm not campaigning for you.
I'm a medical doctor.
No, but when I sit here, I'm a journalist.
You have to know.
No, I'm a professional.
You see.
Yes.
You have a vote. You have a vote, and you have outside this screen. You discuss with people.
No, we have no business campaigning for anybody. And although you are right that when you go into politics...
No, hold on.
Yes.
Please, let me correct this.
You want to take over the program?
Let me tell you.
We are not done yet.
All right, sorry. Okay, sorry.
You want to start coordinating the program? Okay, final question from me.
No, sorry.
It's okay. Sorry. From me, I want to ask you, in the event that Senator Ali Modu Sheriff does not get what he is looking for, despite the fact that you say everybody is begging him. Okay, will he still support...
I didn't say so. Please.
No.
Please correct that. I never said so.
Okay.
I said Ali Modu Sheriff is consulting with everybody.
Okay. But if
correct that, Ruben. I don't want this. Yes.
But if he loses out in the game, will he still remain in the party and will he support whoever emerges as chairman of the party?
Let me put it this way. Sheriff is a gentleman. He's a man of immense character. He's a complete gentleman. If it is not him and he loses out, he's going to cooperate and work 10 times more than he has worked for any person in his life to achieve the processes of APC. He will cooperate. But I will assure you that he will not lose out.
Okay, on that note, let's thank you very much. And we hope that you, having acted as spokesperson to Senator Ali Modu Sheriff, will please help us invite him. Let him come here himself and defend his aspiration and the choice that he has made. And it will be nice to hear directly from him. And I know that many of our viewers will be expecting him to come and stand up for himself and not through process. But thank you very much, Dr. Ojougbho.